your first name? What's your first name?
Sir, I said I was turning the camera off to show you the information. Why did you walk away and act like the story changed and now you're in control of the situation?
My camera's been on. I haven't.
Sir, I said I was turning the camera off so I could show you something. Why did you walk off and not take the information that I have in here?
I said I would look at that when we're
You need your superiors here immediately.
No.
You need your superiors here.
You
need your superiors here immediately. Am I suspected of a crime?
You will be.
Sir, am I suspected of a crime?
You
need your superiors here immediately.
No.
Sir, am I suspected of a crime?
No.
You need your superiors here immediately.
No. What's your first
You
name?
need your superiors here immediately.
You need to
You need your superiors here immediately, sir. Unless I'm suspected of a crime, you need your superiors here immediately.
That statement doesn't make sense.
That makes no sense.
Am I suspected of a crime? No. Then I'm not giving you any information. And if we're going to go any further, I need your superiors here to correct you because you're in violation of federal law.
So I'm going to make this very simple. You're going to stop, or I'm going to put you in the back of a police car until we can identify you. So which would you like?
Your superiors need to be here immediately. You have no right to identify me unless you suspect me of a crime. Do you suspect me of a crime, sir? Do you suspect me of a crime, sir? I need you to please keep your distance. Do you suspect me of a crime, sir?
I'm asking you to leave the property. Now, it's private property. Would you leave the property, please?
You're going to be trespassed. It's private property, which is why I need
Okay. Unless you suspect me of a crime, I do not have to give you any information. Now, if you get your superiors here, you'll understand what federal violations you're in right now, and they will correct you. You need to have your superiors here immediately. I'm more than willing to leave, and I'm trying to leave. Right now, I feel you need to be corrected, and your superiors need to be here to correct you. I've walked outside cordially. I've agreed to leave. I'm waiting for your superiors to get here and correct you, sir. My dog is cold, and I'm leaving. I will be setting paperwork. Okay, no problem. I told you. You didn't hear me? Ask your partner. Go. Please.
How's it going, Matt?
If you don't suspect me of a crime, why are you looking why are you investigating if you're not if you have no suspicion of a crime, sir?
I can run any plate that I would like.
I'm asking why you're doing an inspection if you have no suspicion of a crime, sir.
I have to make sure the vehicle's registered for you to take.
He's attempting to trespass you, and you're not giving him that information. So
I asked for your superiors before you had any attempts of anything, and I've been cordial the whole time. I just asked why you are investigating if there's no crime been committed to investigate. He wouldn't be trespassing me if your superiors. I have not refused to leave. I've asked you for your superiors. I am standing outside the building and asking for your superiors. I've not refused to leave. You've refused to let me leave. You're holding me hostage at this point. You're holding me hostage. Do you suspect me of a crime?
I think we've told you no.
No, so you don't suspect me of a crime. Why am I being detained?
He's attempting to trespass you.
Is that a crime?
When violated, yes.
Sir, I'd like to advise you that you've been holding me for more than 20 minutes without reasonable suspicion of a crime. At this point, you are convicted of, you are committing a crime yourself. Your superiors need to be here, and you know that your superiors should have been here within 30 minutes. If you don't suspect me of a crime and you're going to hold me... It's been, yeah, you have 30 minutes. You're accountable. You can't hold somebody and detain somebody for more than 30 minutes without suspicion of a crime. You need to have your superiors here immediately, sir. I've told you the crime that you're committing. You're in felony. You're in violation of. You need to have your superiors here. Do you want to recite the proper time that you started this altercation here? What time did you get here? How long has it been? I'm telling you, it's been close to 30 minutes. I don't believe you have the right to detain me that long.
It's been probably about 20 right now.
Yes, sir. That's what you say. Huh? You do realize that I have it on recording, right?
Yeah, you haven't been recording for 20 minutes. No way.
We'll see.
Well, I know. So, I know that for a fact.
I know I ain't blabbing off just some dumb shit, and you're in violation of crime, sir. You want me to turn the camera off again so you can see the crime you're in violation of? You don't want me to show it to you? Your superior is going to be here anytime soon because you are detaining me.
Yeah, he'll be here.
At this point, these violations are considered retaliation because you were supposed to be corrected by your superiors 4 years ago. TikTok, Doc. This is extortion. TikTok, this is extortion. Holding me against my will to...
You said you want to talk to a supervisor.
TikTok,
I can't just snap my fingers and have him show up.
Well, you have an obligation of a half hour. You have an obligation of only holding me for a half hour.
Never heard of that before in my life.
You never heard of that? I would turn the camera off to inform you of the rules you're in violation of, but for some reason when I do, you walk away, sir. So I'm not going to bother. And you need to have your superiors here. I'm telling you, the time has been a half hour. You've detained me for more than a half hour without reasonable suspicion of a crime. Need to re-examine what that oath meant. Oh, they don't want you guys wear those stripes up there anymore, huh? So legally, the technical term for what's happening at this point is you're being audited. And I'm successful at it. I'm surprised your cronies haven't told you. Or is this retaliation because they have told you? You are recording, right?
Yeah, these are recorded.
Yeah, because I'll make sure your boss hears me. Yeah. These formal investigations that you're doing, they're not because Sergeant Zenowich said that he was never going to let these laws be enforced in public on camera. YouTube, right? Make sure the camera gets it. Sergeant Zenowich, he's the one that said to make sure these laws don't get enforced, right? He said he's been on the force for 32 years now, and he said these laws won't be enforced until after he's retired. Guaranteed him. Guaranteed it on film. This is a fire you're playing in. Federal investigation. You're in violation. I told you what tickets you need to be given right now, and you're refusing to follow federal law.
What tickets?
He's in federal violation of refusing my service animal. It's the minimum $75,000 ticket.
I ask you what your service animal.
She's here to assist me because I'm disabled, sir.
Assist with what though?
My disability.
Is it a seeing eye dog? Is it?
I don't want to discuss my disability. You need to know my disability?
You need to know the purpose of the dog. Anyone, that would be like
so
anyone
at this point, sir, because your superiors aren't here and I'm still being detained for more than a half hour, I'm going to discuss my disability with you under duress of my freedom because I believe you'll release me faster.
I'm not forcing you to tell me anything.
You are telling me that I can't leave because I didn't tell you my disability. You are telling me I can't leave because I won't divulge my disability to you. I won't give you my personal information about what's wrong with me. That's what you're telling me I can't leave for, sir. It's not? My disability is not your business. Can you show me where you have the right to ask this question? Because Section 2 says you have the right to ask the question, but it also stipulates that I have the right to not answer because I don't want to speak about my disability. Section 2, Part C. That's what you're referring to right now, sir. That's to know your questions. You can ask Google. It usually does it a lot faster. So you've been detaining me for more than a half hour, and your superiors still aren't here yet.
My superior here as quick as he can. He was at another call. He didn't start
not my problem.
That's not your problem.
You have a half hour to
that's not true.
You are still holding me. Am I being detained?
You can go if you want. Now, once you're served with this, Matthew,
So I've been detained up to this point right now.
Matthew, I have positively
You detained me until 5 o'clock,
Matthew,
right?
I positively identified you due to your plate and then due to your
So
driver's license. Matthew, let me finish.
So you wrongfully
Matthew,
identified me without reasonable suspicion of a crime?
I identified you because they don't.
And you gave him my information also, didn't you?
I gave him your name because
I heard you give him my information, my first and last name.
Yes,
so why did you give this person I'm suspecting? I've given you
Matthew, take this.
No, we need your superiors here. I don't want this.
Well, you're going to take this.
No, we need your superiors here.
No,
we're not.
You have been
no. You are in violation of federal law.
If you
raising your voice over me only makes you sound stupider.
You're the one yelling.
You're yelling. Matthew, you have been no trespass on the property.
I have medical reasons for me to lose my cool and think that you have no respect of or understanding of.
Matthew,
you're in violation of.
Matthew, can I talk to you for a second? Can I just have 1 second? You've been no trespass on the property. If you respond back,
your superiors need to be here before you administrate any violations.
I don't need to do that.
Your superiors need to be here before you submit any violations, sir.
Matthew, you've been no trespass on the property. If you respond back to this property before 10/24/2023, you will be arrested on the spot.
Sir, your superiors need to be here immediately.
If you would like a copy of this, you can take
your superiors need to be here
they don't have to
immediately.
You'll be here when you
get here. Well, we'll wait.
That's fine.
Right, we're waiting.
You're willingly waiting. I'm willingly letting you leave.
No, we're waiting. We're waiting, aren't we?
Okay, but
we're waiting, right?
Been here for over a half hour. You're free to go. You're free to go.
I thought we're waiting.
You can wait if you like.
No.
You're not detained anymore.
Okay,
you're free to go.
It has been more than a half hour.
I have not. But that's fine.
Are you sure?
Yes. But you're free to go. You're free to go. If you want to leave, you're free to go. You're not detained. You're free to go. Your half hour does not mean anything.
I'm waiting for your superiors to correct you, sir.
There's no correction.
Do I need to call the state police?
Go right ahead. They're not going to come here. That's fine. I would love for them to come out. Go right ahead.
Just move your car out of the way in case he decides to go.
Yeah, it's fine.
Until then, we'll be waiting for our supervisor. If you want to call the state police, by all means, call the state police. I'm sure they'd love your phone call.
So right now, 5 o'clock, you're finally removing your car to let me leave. You want to check your time too? You want to check your time? Oh, so the cameras can make sure they sync up.
Cameras are timestamped.
It's easier sometimes.
You get a whole copy of it if you want.
Yeah, you guys usually lose most of it before it gets to us.
That's too bad.
It's too bad. I know, huh?
It's really too bad.
I'm glad we got that on camera.
There's our supervisor.
Yep.
Hey, Matthew, stand over here.
I'm here to speak to your supervisor.
You don't have to walk up to the car like that. You can stand over here.
There's 3 of you guys. What are you?
That's fine. You can get out of the car. I've asked Matthew not to bring his dog in several times. They don't want the dog there. It scares people. They said they could keep it tied up to the tree. He could leave it in the car, and he can come in and leave. They don't want him. Repeatedly, he's been coming here, bringing the dog in, bringing it to service dog. But they're a private institution. They don't want it. Matthew claims to think that we're in violation of federal law.
I've stated the law. I've showed it to him. I would be willing to turn off the camera and show you the law also, sir.
And at the meantime, I was able to identify Matthew. And we know trespass.
They're the ADA accommodation.
Yes, this is the pastor right here.
They're in violation of ADA accommodation violations. At this point, you're supposed to give them a fine, sir, because they've been corrected already. This is the second time you've been here.
Okay, sir.
So, did they explain to you what was going on as far as the dog?
Actually, the last time the police were here,
Yes.
they explained, your officers, and I have it on recording,
Okay.
explained to them that they are in violation of federal law. It's the accommodations law, and the fine, when you look it up, it screams that it's a minimum of $75,000. When I looked it up and showed your officers that they need to write this fine because you've been here to correct them, and they're obviously not corrected.
This is the first time I've been here.
Okay, this is the second time they've been corrected by the officers. This time, I made sure you showed up because the officers are giving them the impression that the federal violation is fake. Now, I know you, sir, haven't dealt with me personally, but multiple times your officers have been held accountable for telling the public what they're doing is illegal. And 4 years ago, I was told legally, when I didn't press charges against your officers, that this problem would be corrected and you guys would be properly trained.
Who told you that, sir?
I'd have to look it up. It's been 4 years. I have the YouTube. It had a lot of views.
All right, let me just ask, is the
but the Human Rights Commission already has corrected the police on multiple occasions when I've had to take this to the Human Rights Commission in order to get litigations, which I'd rather get, some sort of closure and fix to the problem was to fully understand. Right now, you're supposed to give them a ticket. And if you're not following law, of course, the people aren't going to follow the law.
Two questions I have for you, sir. Do you have a handicap that the dog provides?
Yes, sir, I do.
You do. Okay.
Yes.
What service is the dog trained for?
She's here to assist me with my disability, and I'd rather not speak about my disability.
I understand that.
And if like I was saying to him when he was kind of being pushy about the situation, after you ask those two questions, you have no further rights to push me or make me feel like I should be held accountable or I might be arrested unless I give up this personal information. And that's how it was expressed on film. That's the way I feel when the man with a gun is telling me I have ultimatums if I don't give up my personal information illegally under stress of my freedom.
Let me just try to explain to you what's going on. I talked to the pastor, and what he said is there's no markings on the dog.
There is. It says service dog clearly on the neck. And then Section 2, Part B of the ADA was clarified and revised in 2016 to specifically say that I legally don't have to carry any identification. And the reasoning is, if you want me to recite the law, I don't remember the law number.
I didn't ask you for
I don't remember the law number.
Does the dog have some type of a mark in it?
It does. And legally, I don't have to have one.
I didn't ask for you.
Legally, I don't, me or the service dog doesn't have to have one visible. And I can recite the law to you. Not the law number, but the reason the case was passed, if you'd like to be informed on the situation.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay? So, what it boils down to now, sir, is
your men have told me they have the legal right to no trespass me because my service animal, which has done nothing to question her ability as a service animal, doesn't have paperwork, which I've advised you and your guys. So why did you ask me to leave then?
Because they would establish it was asking you to leave, and they're a private institution. They have the right to serve and not serve anybody they want. I said that multiple times.
And again, I will turn the camera off and I'll show you the law where you're supposed to give them a ticket. I'll show you the ticket that you're supposed to give them because I don't know how to recite it, but I do have it here where my lawyers showed me how to show you properly so that I'm no longer in obligation and I've properly explained it to you. So now it's under your ability to make sure that the law is enforced. And, I apologize. I know I try to act smart, but when I was younger, I bumped my head, and I noticed when I get excited, I start to stutter. So I do know what I'm talking about, but as you get me excited, I start
There's no need to get
to
excited.
lose my site of contract.
Yeah, I'm
to,
just talking to you, sir. That's all we're doing.
Right, and I was fighting. When I start to stutter, you notice I take a deep breath, I step back, and I'm reminding myself, one of the things, not that my service animal prescription was for, but she does do, is to remind me when I do get excited,
Here's what we're going to do today, okay? There's other people there, I guess, with the dog, the way the
wait. Sir,
the
the legal question for you to ask him was, I know he made a statement, but did my service animal do something to suspect her of not being a service animal? And any of the things that would give him legal right to say scared another person would be that. As to say, was my dog growling, barking, lashing out, or doing anything to suspect her of not